All right, let's go with medical. Middleton is available. Gafford, Washington, Flagg, Lively, Irving are out.
With Coop, is it still a day-to-day thing? Has anything changed there?
Yeah, day-to-day. Nothing's changed there.
Coach Kidd, how has Marvin Bagley been able to integrate himself so seamlessly for y'all over his first handful of games for y'all?
Yeah, I think, one, he's a pro. I don't think this is, his first trade. So I think when you look at his ability to come off the bench and give us that energy, things that we might have had here in the past, just the offensive rebounding, and just feel like he's been with us since training camp. And so give him a lot of credit for getting his feet settled, and also the coaches and his teammates to make him feel comfortable.
What did you all learn from the long road trip?
It was long. You look at being able to travel game day. I thought, again, talking to the group, no excuses, being able to be a pro. We fly in, we play Brooklyn. We played at a high level there in that first half. And so, again, but I thought it gave us time to just hang out as a team. And I thought we took full advantage of that.
What's been your experience like of just getting to work with Chris, again, these past few weeks?
Terrible. Oh, shit. Playing through him. He's a vet. I've been with him early in his journey. Looking at, he's a champion. He's a pro. He comes to work, does his job, and understanding he can help us with his voice, not just his play. I thought I've been talking to him a lot about, he can help Coop. He feels like he can't help Coop. Coop's already past him. And so he's got a good sense of humor. But I think just looking at his knowledge and understanding the game, and so it's been great working with Chris.
Now that it's been a day or so that you've had to think about it, what did it feel like to get 200 wins as a Mavs coach at the Nets where you played, getting here where you played, where you've coached? Did that sink in and mean anything special to you?
Yeah, I think it's a compliment to the players, but also, to be mentioned with Carlisle, Nelson, and Mata. Those are legends. Those, when you look at future Hall of Famers, Dick Mata should be in the Hall of Fame. Carlisle will be in the Hall of Fame. Nelly's in the Hall of Fame. So just understanding those coaches, to be there with those guys is a great honor, but it's about the players. And so, it's a compliment to them.
What's the biggest reason you think Mata should be in the Hall of Fame?
Well, he's won championship. He's developed players on and off the floor. You look at, he's taken some jobs that needed help and has had success. When you look at what he's done here with the Mavs, understanding the success that he had here. And so you look at his record, he's won a championship. He's meant a lot to the NBA game. And so there's some comps out there that are in the Hall of Fame when you talk about Fitch. And so hopefully he gets his just due and that he gets into the Hall of Fame.
Jason, obviously you guys are dealing with a lot of injuries. What's the challenge in preparing for another team that's also dealing with a lot of injuries?
Well, we can sit around and just discuss the injuries that we have because we got a lot of that in common. But we're going to go play the game. Both teams are here to play basketball and play basketball at the highest level and play it the right way. So, but, it's next man up mentality. And I know Doug has probably said that to his group, gives a younger player or another player opportunity to prove to his teammates or to his coaches that they deserve those minutes. And so we look for Sacramento to come in and fight. But both teams have been hurt. But it's about, being able to get the next man up and put your best foot forward.
Jason, last night, DeRozan moved into the top 20 in the history of the league in points scored. What's your perspective on his career, his ability to get buckets, to reach that level? I mean, that's obviously pretty special stuff when you get into the top 20, and to do it as kind of a throwback style player in terms of not relying on the three-pointer as much as a lot of players in the modern era do.
Yeah, I think when you talk about DeRozan's game, his journey has been incredible. When you talk about top 20 in the NBA scoring is remarkable. The hard work that he's put in, as you mentioned, he might not shoot 10 threes a night, but he gets to the free throw line. He knows who he is, and he plays his game, and he's unstoppable. You got to send 2 to 3 guys to make him pass it, and he still finds a way to score. But I just love the way he competes. He loves competition, and he's been doing it on a consistent level. You don't reach that height of scoring if you're not consistent, and I think he's shown that in his career.
Jason, after the trade deadline is such a small sample size, as a head coach, what are you looking to see from these new guys that you didn't see on film and, you're trying to learn as them as a Maverick?
Yeah, I think the new guys have been great. I know AJ hasn't played a lot, but in Minnesota for the 5 or 6 minutes that he did play, he did the right things. And so hopefully we can see that tonight or the next time he has that opportunity. But Tyus has been steady. We've talked about Bags and Chris. And so just these guys are getting a fair opportunity to be able to showcase what they can do, and they've helped us win.